Okay, today we're going to do a profit type of problem, word problem, and what we have is two functions, revenue function and a cost function. So let me go over it. Find the number of items that must be produced to make the greatest profit by using the following revenue and cost functions below. So we have our revenue function right here and our cost function right here. And what we want to find is the number of items we need to produce and how much profit it'll be, which we'll have the answer for that. So doing this by hand is a little tedious, and there may be another way, but if we have to do this by hand, I'm going to go over how to do it by hand real quick. So first of all, what we're going to do is we have to remember to find profit, it is revenue minus cost equals profit. So revenue is what we end up selling the items for. Cost is what it costs to produce, and hopefully you're making more than it costs to produce it. But with fixed cost, such as this right here, we're going to have to produce a certain amount of items before we're making money, and then that gives us our profit. Okay, so let's work this out. So we have our two functions, and what we're going to do is we're going to work them out here. So the first one, 50, and then putting brackets or parentheses around our x value, and we're saying first of all, what's it going to cost? What's our profit going to be if we produce one item? So 50 with one item there, 2. And then we do minus the cost, and the cost is 10 with one item plus 100. And the answer for that is negative 62. So we're not making money yet. 50 is 2 items plus 100, and we're making negative 28. So we're starting to make more money as we go. So what you want to do is you want to work this out, and you start to see the trend is going up. So when we go down, skip a couple steps. We go down, and as you're going along, hopefully you wouldn't have to do too many of these. You run into, let's skip ahead, we do 50, 10, and then our cost, and making 10 of them, it's we're making $100. Skipping ahead, this is actually the way I'd recommend doing it. You're doing it by hand because you may have to find a lot. Let's say we make 15. So it's 50. Scoot up. 50. 15. So if we make 15 items, it's going to be $50. And then just so that we continue here, we're kind of defining our range where we're working in. So let's do 20. So at 20 items, we're actually making negative $100. So just working a couple of these out, I actually know the answer is 10 items. This is the highest. I believe if you make 9, it's something like $98. and if you make 11, it's $98. So this is actually the top of our parabola. So at this point, we know that 10 items gives us $100, and that's our maximum profit. If we work this out on a calculator, which is the second way to do this, which is what I recommend, you do this. You put it in the function editor, and what you do is you put in your revenue function, and then you put in your cost function and subtract it just like we've been doing. And just to see what it looks like, we can graph it, and it's just a little parabola. Now, the way we get the answer is we actually take a look at the table, and that's usually the second table, and we scroll through these numbers, and all that you do is you see $1, $62, $2, -28, and it keeps going up until we hit 9, which is 98, 10 is 100, and then 11's 98, and it goes down. So using your calculator, this is the ideal way to answer this question.